With that said, ladies and gentlemen, now let us begin with the session. Post-lunch, first session, but I'm sure it's going to be a fantastic session here on the topic of future-ready HR governance, standardizing multi-state compliance in fragmented regulatory landscape. And to present this, I would like to call on stage, and please help me welcome, with a big round of applause, Mr. Pravin Menon, AGM, MNC Sales from Aparajitha. A big round of applause to Mr. Pravin Menon. Pravinji, welcome to the stage, and looking forward to a great session.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Pravin. I represent a 25-year-old organization called as Aparajitha. So I'm going to talk about, after all these exciting sessions that we had, like about talking about AI, digitization and everything, I'm going to talk about something that's mostly considered boring. That's your compliance. So when we talk about compliances, it is not just labor compliance. Your compliance universe encompasses domains such as you have labor, you have environmental health, you have corporate and commercial compliances. So for an organization, to be 100% compliant, give or take, there are around close to 20,000 tasks that they need to do to be compliant and to be the right side of the law. And when I talk about these 20,000 activities that you need to do, it is irrespective of your size of your organization. Let it be one office, let it be 100 office. It's irrespective of that. Now, when I look into all these things and why, most of the HR fraternity or any other compliance manager finds it very cumbersome to do all these activities is like, because when I look at India, it has one of the most complex the compliance structure. And the times that we are living in, industries are facing it more and more difficulty to keep abreast with all the changes, updates and everything, and to be at the right side of the law. In fact, I've just broken it down to 20,000. So if an organization has to be compliant, there are close to around 500 acts that you need to comply with. And if I further break it down, it comes down to around 20,000 tasks. And it has become so challenging that there was a survey done by Hindustan Times in the year 2022, which stated that there are 1,330 MNCs, I'm not even talking about Indian companies, MNCs that exited India. And one of the few major factors that contributed towards their exit was related to regulatory, red tape, and ease of doing business. But unfortunately, we cannot do away with compliances, because if you're caught being non-compliant, the risk is high. Being non-compliant would end up making you or getting your reputational damages. Like even a small non-compliance which might end up denting the trust that your organization might have built over the years. Then you talk about your operational challenges that might be there, or operational disruptions that will be there. But then when I talk about operational disruptions, it might even end up halting your production, which might again lead to hefty financial losses. Then you have hefty fines, which also like, for example, if you take a compliance activity such as a PT assessment or something like that, and if you're not been doing rightly, the fines or the penalties might end up running into crores. Then above all this is the prosecution of your directors. So it is like all the other damages like that you might be facing, the reputational, operational, with somehow the other manner would end up being your financial losses. But with the last one, it would not only get you fines, but also end up your leadership being summoned to court. And that's quite serious. In fact, when you look at the business environment for India, out of all the activities or all the domains, labor law has the highest number of compliance task or an activity which has the provision or the clause inbuilt in that if you are non-compliant with this set, you would end up being imprisoned. Now, this is it. So why is that an organization find it difficult to being compliant? We all know that. The answer is everyone knows it. It's quite tiresome. The regulatory landscape is so dynamic, like from one state you move to another, the same act would tell you this is applicable to you, but you're supposed to do this 10 times. The same thing, you go to the next state, it will tell you it is applicable to you, but you need to do this 10 times. Let's take an example of the forms that you are filling. It differs from state to state. Now, an organization which would have multi-state presence, it is very difficult for them to do that. How are you going to do it? It's not possible. Secondly, then you have the changes, the applicable laws. The laws keeps on changing every time. The wages keeps on changing. It gets updated every 6 months. How is the team supposed to keep abreast of all these things? Then you have your varying state to state compliances that varies from state to state. All these challenges are there which stops an organization from being 100% compliant. So, but let me just put it again, just take a few examples and break it down. When you talk about professional tax, there is both, you can do, it's automated, but some states have manual. Break it down, that's around 40% of the states, the locations where it is manual, 60% it is online. Then again, if you go to something like LWF remittance, it again varies. Some, around 6 states have it half yearly, some has it annually, some has it monthly. Now you look at the registers, again it varies state to state. Now these are all the factors that are contributing towards an organization being non-compliant. So what is that, or how can you fill that gap? The answer nowadays we get is, let's digitize everything. Is making or driving your compliance being digital, or transforming it to being digital, is it going to give you 100%, or is it going to help you achieve that 100% compliance? Well, the answer is no. Yes, you can achieve 80 to 90% of your compliance by digitizing it, but there are certain things you cannot digitize. So when we look at it, what is that you can digitize? You can digitize your statutory filings, your payroll calculations, something that is related to your calculations, your forms, formats, and every filling of that. Those things can be digitized, but you need a person. Tomorrow, if there is a change in a law, you need a person to look at it, interpret it, and see whether it is applicable to you. For example, a lot of organizations want to be compliant, but they do not know what is applicable to me or what is to be done. For example, you have a warehouse. Now, does the warehouse fall under shop and establishment, or does the warehouse fall under factory? How are you going to find that out? Because it is different. Now, for example, in a warehouse, if you're doing some packaging or repackaging, it comes under Factories Act. But are all of us aware of it? And then we get caught up. And then tomorrow, suddenly you have an inspection coming in, and then you're all of a sudden caught. The inspector says, no, you are falling under Factories Act. He gives you an FT fine, and then you have to start doing the entire whole process again. So you do need a human touch or a presence for you to help your organization understand that. You need a person or knowledgeable or a partner who can interpret all the laws and tell you, yes, this is applicable to you, this is not applicable to you. This is what you need to do. That a platform or a software cannot do for you. So what is the answer to that? The solution is having a hybrid model. That is a combination of having a robust digital platform along with a team which can go hand in hand and ensure that you are 100% compliant. So when I say a partner, how do you choose a partner? Like, who is the right partner for your organization to help you being compliant? Now, there are a lot of things that you need to take into consideration. But the first and the foremost is, how knowledgeable is your partner? Where are they? How long have been they in the market? What is their existence? Whom they are working with? So there are a lot of factors that you take into consideration when you're understanding who is your partner. And that's where an organization like Aparajitha comes in. So we are a pan-India player. As I mentioned, a 25-year-old organization having presence across India. And when I say having presence across India, it is having presence in the true sense. Aparajitha is an organization which can say that we have offices across 29 states and a team of 2,000 core employees, which helps more than 3,000 organizations at this current moment helping them in terms of their compliances. To put it simply in terms, there are close to every 150 kilometers you would find an organization that is serviced by Aparajitha. So why are this organization trusting Aparajitha? That is because the trust that we have built in the market, and with 25 years of experience, it is an organization that can help you in terms of your compliances. We have that knowledge, we have the presence. So how does Aparajitha as an organization fit into the hybrid model? So Aparajitha has digitized this entire process when it comes to your compliances. So you as a client, within a few clicks of a button, can understand where do you stand, what is a gap in your compliances, and how you can fill that. And we have a team which would do it for you. So tomorrow, let it be at the far east, northeast border, or let it be at Jammu and Kashmir, Kanyakumari, anywhere. If you need someone to partner with you and help manage your compliances, Aparajitha is the right partner for you. I can go on and talk about us and Aparajitha, how we can help you. But since it's already lunchtime and I can see a lot of pieces out, so I'm not going to take much of your time. We do have a stand outside, and I would welcome you all to come and have a small chat with us to see how we can partner with you and how we can ensure in your compliance journey to take you from wherever you are to 100%. Thank you for being a patient listener, and we look forward to working with all of you. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Pravinji, for that wonderful session. And ladies and gentlemen, Pravinji, I would also request you if you could kindly come on stage for your felicitation. And can we have a big round of applause once again, ladies and gentlemen? That was Mr. Pravin Menon from Aparajitha on that fantastic session. And also, I would like to remind all of you that Pravinji and the entire team is available, and they have a wonderful setup. So please go engage with their teams and learn more about the offerings for the day. And I'm sure Pravinji and the whole team is there to help you out on that. Now, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to call on stage Mr. Joginder Singh, Deputy General Manager for Human Resources and Learning from Panacea Biotech. Joginderji, if you could kindly come on stage and felicitate our honorable speaker. Thank you. A big round of applause once again, ladies and gentlemen. Pravin Menon from Aparajitha on that wonderful session on future-ready HR governance, standardizing multi-state compliance in a fragmented regulatory landscape.